in there. Get in there. Get in there. Come on, United. Come on, United. Get in there. Back-to-back games. Three back-to-back games in a row. We waited for 2 in all year, people. But you know what? Coming up on tonight's show, people, Manchester United dismantled Brighton. We used their greatest strength against them. We murdered them. Murder, she wrote on a transition. Cunha, Mbeumo, come alive. Sesko, what a beautiful skill and turn to set up Mbeumo. And Mbeumo, I've been waiting for that finish. I've been waiting for that finish. I've been waiting for that finish. Blaggy going on that, bend it to that side, and then bang it in a near one. Get in there, reversing that in that corner. Get in. Cunha, what a goal. What a way, a worth of weight. What a worth of weight. What a bend on that. No chance, no keeper saving that. And yes, people, I am extremely tired. And I'm giddy, and I don't care. All I'm saying to you guys is that this game is what this game means. I'm happy. Yet another weekend. Manchester United have not ruined my weekend or your weekend. It's not ruined our weekend, people. And get in there. We waited 2 in a row, and they're coming all like the buses, people. They're coming 3s. Can they come in 4 and 5s? Can that brother there in Spain get that haircut? Can he do it? Can he have that haircut? It's the most anticipated haircut in the world. Can United go to Forest and do them? Can we go to Spurs and bury them? Can we get revenge for last season? All of that and more coming up, people. But yeah, I am giddy because Manchester United, for another weekend, have not ruined my weekend. And Manchester United have scored 4. Not had that much sleep. I've been in London, supporting family, doing what I do. But get in. Get in. Entertainment. What a game that was. United. Coming up on the show tonight, people. Catch us. URT. Welcome to the URT. Smash that like for the URT. Ben, how you doing? I've just been in London. Left early yesterday morning. Like, left early Saturday early morning, bro. Went to London to support United Family Friends campaign for all the people that the British state has murdered. State violence, all the families. We were in London, delivered the petition to Downing Street, number 10 Downing Street. Had our rally outside Downing Street. So I was there doing a solidarity. That solidarity work. If you know, you know. So I'm coming back on the coach, and the greatest thing happened. Something in the universe. First ever time traveling back from London, I managed to watch a whole game live on a little iPad, where I had to get my glasses out to see it. And guess what? Manchester United scored 4, Ben. 4! Last time we scored 4 was last season at Everton. So I am giddy and I'm tired. And I don't care. I don't care. I'm not coming into know what this means, what that means. What it means that I'm happy for this weekend. Hold tight. Everybody who hates United, hold it. Big up everybody. Love and light. Ben, Give me your full, total match reaction. I'm going to mute. I've lost my voice. I'm extremely tired. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. But let's be having you, lad. United have won again. So many times throughout the so many years, we win a big game. And then we come up against a team that everybody thinks we should beat. And look what we do. Look what we do. We get the 3 points. We get the W. I'm happy. But take it away, Ben.
Yeah, big up, bro. Good evening. Yeah, good evening, people. Today's been a good day, man. I was this morning on the streets of Belfast. We did a wee Palestine march today, and we stood solidarity and loved the people who died of Bloody Sunday. Obviously, it's been all over the news this week about Soldier F being found not guilty, and the British Army not taking any guilt from what happened to those 14 innocent people that got killed tragically on that saddening day. At the end of the day, there will never be any justice in the British government. The British government will always hide whatever they want to hide. But we, as the Irish community, we know what happened that day. And what happened that day was an absolute atrocious, and it needs more, like, there needs to be more like movement and action. That, you know, we just need an answer. We need answers, and what we're seeing right now is just waffle. We're just seeing waffle right now. But yeah, man, I was at the march. Thousands and thousands of people in Palestine supporters marched in Belfast, and yeah, man, and then just back in time for the United game. Seeing Chelsea lost to Sunderland, that got off to a really good start. Big congrats to Sunderland. They are now second in the league. And yeah, man, straight over to watch the United game. When I seen the starting lineup, I was like, okay, right. Diego Dalot starting. Okay. Luke Shaw starting. Right. Glad Sesko was starting. I'm glad he rested Maguire and Mount, because obviously I think they were injured. But I said, right, okay, let's start off, see if we can get the result. So when it comes to the game, they were opening us up too much. And Bruno was just, once again, like, I was keeping an eye on sides, watch along, pick up the side. And side was saying the exact same thing. What I was saying is, like, when we were pressing up high, Bruno was just always constantly leaving his position, leaving Casemiro all over again. And I was getting really worried at the start. I was like, bro, we're getting cooked here at the moment. Like, Brighton started off really, really well. And then all of a sudden, after like 10 or 15 minutes, we then started coming into the game, keeping the ball on the ground, keeping it simple. Our final third play was actually relatively really good today. There was times where when there was no one in the box, I said, do not cross the ball. Just pass, just go around again, and then just repeat the order. Repeat. If there's no one there, just keep passing, keep the ball, and that's what we did, man. But first things first, I want to start by saying, hey, Brian Mbeumo. Oh, I want to know if you be my 10. That's another chant, people. Pass it on, spread it onto socials. That's another chant for Brian Mbeumo. But people, that man, I fucking love this brother, bro. I love Mbeumo too much, man. What a performance, bro. What a fucking performance, man. He's just a breath of fresh fucking air, man. Honestly, his physicality outstanding, his defensive attributes class. Cunha again, oh my fucking god, what a first goal. What a first goal by Cunha, man. And you know what? He deserves it. He fucking deserves it. And look, I always very critical with Cunha when it comes to his greediness. But I think he was really greedy because he wanted that first goal, man. He really wanted that first goal, and he's got it, man. So I'm so happy for Cunha, man. He got the first goal. It's hard to say who my man of the match was, because there was a range of people that were man of the matches. Usually in previous years at United, we didn't know who was going to be the man of the match. There's always usually one player or two players, but there was a collective. I thought Sesko was really good today, man. He actually kept control of the ball. His first touch was outstanding. Oh, I can hear myself. The lit again, man. Oh my god, this is like I don't know how many days I've been asking for this, bro. Give the captaincy, man. His leadership is just second to none. When Man United were getting cooked, when obviously I think it was Ahmad who lost the ball. Lit was going absolutely mad at defenders, and I was just like, bro, that's a captain. He's going mad at the people, like players that, like, losing the ball. Like, he's encouraging the players to actually pick themselves up again. I'm mad again, bro. Bro. What a player we have, man. Honestly, that and Mbeumo and Ahmad link up is just, it's becoming more and more, just it's just the stronger chemistry is building up between them two, man. But I still worry about the left hand side, man. Diego Dalot, man. I'm sorry, man, but Diego Dalot, bro. We seriously need to address that left wing back situation, man. If we get a left wing back like an Amad Diallo, like similar profile, has the attributes to defend, his physicality's top notch, all this, that it just, bro, we're already like cooking on the right side, bro. Imagine the left side with Cunha, even put Manu in there, obviously in the left 10 if Cunha wasn't playing, or Xerxes even, like, we just need to address that left side, man. And even obviously with the left center back with Shaw, like, I still don't trust Shaw. I thought Shaw was okay today. I don't think he was bad or anything. I thought Casemiro was good. Bruno, yes, okay. I like the dummy at the end when he gifted Bruno the fourth goal. But it's same thing, bro. Like, Bruno's performance was like, it was shadowed in a way because Cunha was actually helping him so much. I don't know if anyone's seen in the panel on the chat. Cunha was actually in the middle. He wasn't out wide. When we were off the ball, Cunha was in the middle. I was like, boys, are we playing a free in midfield? What's going on here? We playing free in midfield? And I'm like, Cunha, what are you doing? Get over to the left hand side. And no, because Brighton played always, their philosophy is playing through the midfield. And Ruben Amorim, credit to you, bro. You spotted that, and you told Cunha actually to stay in the midfield. Don't go out wide. Cunha told Sesko to move out wide and take his position, and they weren't getting anywhere near us, man. And yes, look, the substitutes weren't good today. Yes, I thought Dorgu today, I don't want to get too much hate on the kid. I just think he needs to stay bench. He's still inexperienced. His physicalities are. He just needs to work on his first touch and his confidence. I think his confidence is an all-time low right now. Manu, I thought he was very shaky at the start, but this is where we're at. People Manu just doesn't get played enough, and when you don't play enough in football, I've experienced it a lot. I've been on the bench a lot, and I keep asking the manager, when am I going to play? But the one thing I can say to Manu and to the likes of Heaven and all these players, if the manager doesn't like you, if the manager hates you, doesn't want you to play, always show up at the training sessions. Always, like, when you get your opportunity, even as a 5-minute, 10-minute spell, go on that pitch and just show it to the fans. Yes, Manu's been phenomenal this season, like when he's come on. But like the likes of Dorgu, the likes of Ugarte, I thought Ugarte played really well when he came on. Thought he made a really solid few tackles there. But even Roy Keane, when he was said as well, just show it every time you get on that pitch. And even if you're not the manager's favorite, just show it and give it. Show the manager that you are capable of being in that position. X, Y, and Z, all that shit. But look, I'm glad the Scousers lost again. So fucking hold that, man. 500 million down the drain once again. So fucking hold that, Scousers, bro. Hold that. No more 21 coming your way, mister. No more 21. So I hope Arsenal capitalise. I hope Arsenal capitalise tomorrow. And hopefully we can kick on. Look here. I in no way, people, am I giddy? I'm not giddy, nerd. I'm shocked that you said you're giddy, bro. I was kind of shocked, but I can't be giddy. I just can't.
I'm giddy of the game. Ben, I'm giddy because we won a game.
Oh, I thought you meant giddy as in for the room.
No, we won a game. We always lost the game.
Right.
We are a big team, then we always lose the bullshit game. Do you not remember?
Okay.
We beat Man City and West Brom with Jose.
Okay. Yeah.
We've not
no,
won
fair enough.
No, we haven't.
We haven't, man.
Well,
but look
I'm
here.
allowed to be giddy because United won a third.
Oh yeah, 100%. I thought I misread you, and I thought you were saying you were giddy.
I'm giddy because of the game.
What's going to happen?
I'm not putting anything else on it. I'm not talking about anything else.
100%.
United scored 4 fucking goals.
100%.
I'm giddy. I watched it on a coach on the way back from London. That's never happened. Internet connection full intact. Miracles happening today.
But let me just finish this anyways. Look, people, we've got very, very tough games coming up. We've got Nottingham Forest away, Spurs away, Everton at home, Crystal Palace away. Those 4 games are so crucial to judge judge how we're going to get on this season. It's so important. And like I said, people, I'm glad. I always want to see United win. And I always said Ruben Amorim is the least of my worries. He's the least of my concerns. And everyone watching this and everyone around the world that are United fans, please just don't get gaslighted about, it's all beautiful, we're winning and stuff. But the bigger picture will always remain in Ineos and the Glazers. Do not forget this, people, because people are going to forget them. I didn't hear one Glazer out chant once at the stadium, because I don't blame him, because we're winning. But this is the reality. Our fan base is so cooked and we're so concussed. Focus on the main objective and get these vultures out, and then we can then say, right, okay, this, we'll judge the manager, we'll judge the players, we'll judge X, Y, and Z. So listen, I'm just glad we won the game, bro. Bring on Nottingham Forest away, bro. And I hope City lose tomorrow. I hope who else plays tomorrow? I can't remember. I think, yeah, my head's up, but honestly, I don't even know who's going to be my man of the match. Do you know what? Man? Fuck it. Cunha.
Go for it.
I'm going to go for Cunha.
Get in the poll. Get in the poll and vote.
Yeah.
For your
I'm going to go for Cunha, because I thought, yes, Mbeumo was outstanding today, but I've already given it to Mbeumo like plenty of times. But Cunha was outstanding today, man. Unbelievable. Let's pick up the panel, everyone. Let's go, United! Let's go!
Big up Luani. How you doing, Luani? Big up Luani.
Big up, my brothers. How you guys doing?
Yeah, big up Mumbai. Big up Lesso for joining us. Big up Full Palette tonight. The boys are here, people. I don't know what happened to Sean. We never see Sean, but it is what it is. I hope he's well wherever he is. Talk to me, Luani. United have won. None of us. I didn't think United could win the game yesterday, and I didn't even have the time, because I had to sleep and then wake up. But I didn't even sleep. I should have done the show with you guys yesterday. I made a mistake. Next time I will do that. But people, Manchester United have won. I watched it on the coach driving back from London. Get that in there, people. Get in. Go ahead, Luani. Talk to me about the game.
Good evening, the panel, the chat. Good evening, everybody. So, yes, I don't think many of us predicted a win today, but it's nice to see that we are at the right end of a 4-2 thriller for once. The excitement was palpable at the stadium, which is great. And for us who are also watching on the television from home across the pond, we can say that now we are must-watch TV, because easily the best game of the day on the Premier League, on the Premier League. Now, as for the game itself, we all knew it was going to be a contrast between two styles. Brighton trying to play out back, and then United trying to be direct wing play and hit them on the break if possible, if they leave any space behind. So when I saw that lineup, actually, I thought that's the closest to I would say a complete team that we choose, actually, with Sesko starting and Mbeumo and Cunha. I know most of us have advocated for all three signing to start the game together, and to give us quality up front if we had to have less of the ball and hit the opponent on the break. So we knew what was going to happen when both teams have the ball. Brighton tried to play out the back, and we trying to hit them with wing play on the right side, Ahmad and with the combination Ahmad and Mbeumo. And but what I didn't predict is that little touch that Amorim put in it. So today I'm not gonna go after him at all. I'm gonna give him credit where credit is due. The setup of the ball is what impresses me today. It looked like we set up something, a hybrid between a mid block and a high press. It was not really a high press because Bruno was not spearheading that press. He was staying behind, and we pressed. It looked like we pressed with a four-man press, and kept Bruno behind that four-man, which didn't allow Brighton to play through the middle like they're accustomed to. Yes, at the beginning of the game they were playing, but they are trying to go through the wing most of the time. But when we start forcing them into mistake, then that's when we started getting our change. You see, almost all three goals came off us pressing them, and yeah, and we were able to score on that. So I'll give credit to Amorim. That press play and that hybrid high press mid block kind of thing, it worked, you know. And then I'll come back and give credit to Bruno as well, because we've been raining it on him as the captain. And I'm pretty sure one of the things that most of us were looking forward to today is he going to vacate the midfield to the extent of doing the headless chicken? But it looked like Amorim gave some specific instruction, because the pressing trigger today was not when the ball was passed to the goalkeeper of Brighton. It looked like it's when the ball was passed to their center back, to their space center backs, and it worked. So credit to Bruno today for staying true to the instruction I believe that was given. And also, I know in a lot of cases, Bruno's off the ball antic costs us a lot in the midfield, but we also have to underline what he does on the ball. So I'll talk about on the second goal, the no look assist before the assist, and on the fourth goal, the no touch assist that he gave. If he can avoid bozo moment, give us like a disciplined performance like today, or semi-discipline, and sprinkle that with some little moment of brilliance, you know, I can get back into my gulag and just, you know, give him credit. So for the other players, um, let's talk about Lenny Yoro's inclusion back into the team today, because obviously Minte couldn't get any change out of him on that side, and Minte only start coming back to life when he got switched in the second half to the left side. So yeah, I'm happy to see Lenny Yoro back into the team, and we should keep it that way. The same way Amorim shouldn't break up that partnership between Mbeumo and Ahmad, because I've heard a lot of people talk about who should be up and who should be lower, and why Ahmad is in the wing back. But the situation that we have in the merit in this system is playing with a back three, allow uh, any two tandem that you're playing on that side of the wing, or either side, to be free. And I believe Ahmad and Mbeumo, it doesn't matter who's ahead of who. I believe it's just one person's hugging the touchline, the other person is playing a little bit inside. If we can have the same potency on our left side, that will make us less of a predictable team and more of a complete team. But overall, on the game today, like the game come down today to the potency in the forward. So it clearly showed that we have better quality forward than them, because they also got some looks, but we were more clinical on the day. The only thing I will advocate is that we have to put team to the sword. I don't know how we go from a 3-0 to a 3-1 and then a 3-2, and it become a little tense in there. But talking about bringing that back, that point, I'll talk about our striker Sesko. Yes, he have a lot of good interplay today. He hold the ball well and do a lot of nice things. But the reason he's been brought here mainly is to finish chances. It's not all the game in the Premier League we're going to have it open as we have today. And if we have games that come down to us winning and grinders, he need to be able to put away the chances that he have today. There's no reason that all our wingers scored today, and he wasn't involved in the score sheet. So it's something he's gonna have to work on mentally, and yeah, that's all I have to say for today. Credit to the team. I have nothing negative to say about the team today. And also credit to the goalkeeper, Lemons. Another solid performance for him. And yeah, let's keep it going. This league is not easy. And the way everybody is beating everybody, we might just creep into the top 4. We never know.
Big up, Luwani. Big up. Big up. Let's go. Talk to me. I'm
Yeah,
so
man.
tired. I've been in London showing solidarity and love with the people that have been the state murder of black and brown people and also white people, working class people, black, brown, whatever. Like, and yeah, I was there doing solidarity work today in London. Got back on the coach around 4 o'clock. Manchester United game on 5:30. Watched the whole game on the coach.
Oh, sorry, Nuruddin. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't want to forget Casemiro, man. Everything we do, building up, comes from him. So credit to him as well.
Yeah, big up. Let's go. Today, Manchester United scored 4. I am so happy about that. This was a banana skin. Absolute banana skin. We used the strength of Brighton and took it away from them. Should have had a penalty. We got lucky with it could have been a free kick. That goal should have been disallowed for Mbeumo, first goal. But we carried our luck. The referee was absolute pile. But Manchester United have won 3rd game in a row after waiting for a year to win 2. Talk to me. How did you see it?
No, fair play to the team. To be honest, we didn't expect this. I don't think any one of us expected us to go on a run, that we're currently in. But dissecting all those games, to be honest, we did ride our lacks in some of those games, like you said, and we cannot ignore that factor. But for a change, though, that luck has actually come to us, and in some form or shape. So I'll take that any single day. With regards to Brighton, I always thought the way we're set up, it does fit us, playing against them and playing against the likes of Liverpool as well, and previously. So they're not a low blocking team. They're a team that is position based. They attack, high up, and they mostly control position. So obviously, if we go at them in terms of go on the break and all that, it suits our game perfectly. So it's one of those games where it's tricky. I'm still not convinced. I'm hearing people are saying we've turned the corner and everything. We still got games to go, guys.
I'm not talking
you
about any
know,
corners. I'm just
I,
giving Manchester United.
I'm hearing people. I'm
What's
hearing
wrong with the
people.
game?
I'm hearing people. I know I don't speak for the panel because we obviously we don't get too giddy about everything, but I'm just hearing people saying we've turned the corner. I'm still waiting. I'm more on the precautionary measure type of thing. So I want to see how we do against low block teams. I want to see what we can really do when teams actually sit back and allow us to attack. For me, that's the most important factor because most of the teams in this league they play that way. And you're not gonna meet Brighton every week. You're not gonna meet Liverpool every week. It's good to beat those teams, but they're not the majority of the teams in this league that play that way. So, for me, that's where the real test is at. If we can meet one of these teams and we can put them to the sword and we break them down and we defend properly and we are able to, at the same time, unlock these defenses with ease and through substitutions as well, because with those substitutions, with Dogu, I can see why he's on the bench. I don't blame the manager personally for that because he has been a bit off in terms of performances. Whenever he's came on, He's always had a dip in terms of performances. You saw it with Liverpool as well, the previous game. So it's a worrying. It's sort of like a worrying trend for me. But I feel like he is a bench player at best. I've always felt that he would be a backup player. He wouldn't be a starter player. So, but more or less, you can see that the balance of the team, he's actually got the balance of the team right, so on and so forth. So credit to him, and he's mixing some of his the tactics that he used to implement from the get-go. He's no longer on this hard-headed mission that he's on, that I'm not going to change anything. So he is mixing and mixing things. So which for me, it bodes well for him going forward. I said this: if he does not do that, he's gone. And something must have clicked at some point, for him to actually like switch up things a little bit, because clearly he does not want to get the sack as I thought he would. You do not do that as a manager if you really want to get the sack. So he's trying to keep his job. I mean, it's bipolar FC at the end of the day. The manager himself, one day he's happy with everything, the next day he wants to throw everyone under the bus. So we really don't know what we're gonna get the next game. But um, yeah, man. I mean, we can all be happy. We can all be happy that at least we're getting back-to-back wins, man. I mean, we've been crying about this for how long now? It's been a travesty. Like some other guy that I spoke to was actually saying that we must be bewitched. He's not even a Man United fan, but he was thinking at some point, there must have been witchcraft or something happening, because this is not normal. You cannot, in any form or shape, not be able to get 2 wins on the trot. It's absolutely disgusting. So for me, I'm coming from that trauma to this now. So I'm not gonna get giddy. I'm gonna wait and see what we do in the next coming games, and then at the same time, I can always be happy at what we have achieved in terms of the result. But for me, I still see things. I'm sorry to say it. I still see things where we still concede goals where we should not be conceding goals. We still leave spaces in midfield where we should not be leaving spaces in midfield. Other teams are going to exploit this, and so forth. We've rode our lucks. Let's not look at the Liverpool game and say everything was perfect. It was not. It was nowhere near perfect. We still rode our luck in there. I believe personally our better performance at Anfield was the previous season, where I felt that we drew when we drew 2-2 at Anfield, or what was it? It was 2-2, right? Where we drew. I think we should have won that game. That performance was the best I've seen personally from the club. Um, this season was not really. It was not on the same scratch on that as last season. So I think personally in this season we rode our luck. Liverpool could have easily. It could have went left anytime during that game. So for me, I think to have a balanced view on everything, we cannot ignore that side, but we also cannot ignore the fact that we got the results that we needed. That's how I can leave it, and I'm grateful that we did. But yeah,
Bumbaye, big up to you, big up Lesso. Big up Bumbaye. Listen, like I said, I've never watched a game on a coach in my life. I never thought that was possible. We can hear it in my voice. I am absolutely over the moon, because I thought we're going to be back to life. I thought that the heading of this stream was going to be back to life, back to reality. Soul to soul, if you know, you know. One of the best soul bands come out of the UK. But you know what? Guess what I'm singing tonight? Mbeumo's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Mbeumo's on fire. La 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 la. Saturday night, people, and I'm having fun. I'm not depressed. I'm not in the down on my luck. Manchester United have won three back-to-back games where we've not won 2 in a year. Get in there. Talk to me, Bumbaye.
Evening, guys. Evening to everybody in the chat.
Bumbaye, before you start, People, we're shadow banned. The least you can effing do is like the video. Like the video and let's get to 100 likes ASAP. We're shadow banned. Help us fight against the algorithm. I wrote to YouTube and they told me you can't discuss about what's going on in the world on a football channel. Help the community fight against the algorithm. It's your community. Like the fucking video.
So, yeah, I just want to ask, did anybody see McTominay's goal tonight against Inter?
Oh no.
Absolute.
Like you.
That's goal. You should check it out. But today's game, man.
Manchester United have won 3 games in a row. I don't know the last time we did that. And you're talking about Scott McTominay, who's playing for another team in Italy. Give it a rest.
So what, man? It's Scott McTominay, bro. He's our boy. He's our baby. Today, man, I'm absolutely impressed. Very, very impressed today. They're a very good team. They're busy. They've got good players everywhere. And you know what? They'll keep probing and they'll keep testing. And you can see that's a dangerous team. They've got a little bit of everything about them. But I have to say, man, this is the best game I've seen us play personally for 90 minutes. Immediately, like against Liverpool, I felt in the first few minutes, we lashed the ball into the box. It's like 4 guys in the box. That is so refreshing to see, and I'm seeing that often. Before, I kept asking myself, why are we so light up top? Why is the striker isolated and 20 yards from goal, and he's the furthest guy up the pitch? That seems to have stopped, especially against Liverpool today, big time, and a little bit in the game before Liverpool. The wing backs, you just got to credit them, man. They are allowing Cunha to stay central. They are allowing Mbeumo to come central. The right-hand side works so well because they're both naturally good in the offensive game. And Ahmad is, he offers something a little bit different, and Mbeumo a little bit different. Mbeumo is efficient. Ahmad is dangerous. Very difficult for defenders, that side there. This is another game like Liverpool. There wasn't a single bad performance for me. This team is playing like a team, man. And Amarim's interview, not regards this game, he did an interview for United yesterday. The key word, man, he says, we're trying to build a family. And if you're a family, man, you can, you can achieve a lot of things. And we were a family before at United, and we kind of lost that before. So I'm starting to really buy into this thing. And that's because I'm starting to understand what Amarim is doing, and it's pretty clear. I thought the way that we pressed today, they just did not know what hit them. They had no idea. One of the best things I saw is how the defense stepped into midfield so aggressively. He's playing a very high-risk game. And when he gets it right, you understand how a 2-man midfield can actually work. And that is why today you see some tremendous individual performances. We were never outnumbered in the midfield. Constantly, Luke Shaw blasts into the centre. De Ligt blasts into the centre. Those two today just, as soon as they're turning, they are there. And you've seen it first half and second half. The interplay of Man United today, there was a lot of big performances all of a sudden. Lots of big performances. Like I said, no one played badly, but the keeper, man, we have an actual goalkeeper. Credit to him. He's doing really well. He does the goalkeeping stuff that you expect, and it doesn't make it look difficult. There was a shot, left-footed shot, took it very nicely. Another shot like at face height. He's got good hands. It sticks. Plucks the ball out the air. He's comfortable with his feet. I'm really happy with him. Thought Luke Shaw was sound today, man. Very impressed. Very good game from him. De Ligt was a monster. Led by example. Euro was okay. Ahmad and Mbeumo were terrific today. You know, really, really good. Thought Casemiro was an absolute mountain, man. What a guy. What a performance today. Just perfect. It's like Casemiro of old today. He just shut everything down. Shut everything down. Cunha was very good. You saw him play with expression today. Saw Cunha play with expression today. Really, really, really impressive performance. Good energy, great touch, making the right passes. He's a nuisance. He's a really good player. Great work rate as well. Sesko for me, man, is fine. No issues. No issues at all. He's doing his job. But the star for me today is Bruno. Without shadow of a doubt. Bruno, I'd love to see the statistics of how many balls he intercepted today. The amount of interceptions he made and his positional sense was perfect. Never out of position. And that's what happens when the team functions. The two-man midfield works. It works because you're not overloaded. The defense is doing its job by stepping into the midfield so well. I mean, the touch of Bruno today, man, the passing of Bruno today was just tremendous. And the work rate of Bruno, you seldom see him absolutely fucked, but he was shattered today. A lot of the players were, and that's the shift they put in. This is what it all goes back to for me. When you watch our team, we're starting very quickly, and the fitness is there. The guys are, everybody's putting a shift in, and when you put a shift in, you have the ball, you stop them playing. You know what I mean? You have to fight for your right to be able to play your stuff by getting that ball, and they did that. But Bruno, man, that dummy for Mbeumo's fourth, that's just world class. He knows exactly where he is. It's just world class. So he is my man of the match today. But Ruben Amorim, man, I'm on board 100%. And the last two games especially, we've been involved in actual football games with a really, there's drama, there's narrative. And it's not only good football to watch, it's a great game. We are part of real games. Before it was like driftwood, but I feel like I'm really watching football again. So I'm very, very pleased. And that performance from all the boys, we should be proud of it. And the manager, man, honestly, today, top. Really, really good.
Yeah, big up Mumbai. Big up to every one of you. Big up Love Light. Big up Jarvis is here. Get in there. Get in there, Jarvis. Manchester United have won a fucking third game in a row. Get in there. Get in there, people. It's been a flipping long time coming. I'm sick of coming here moaning every time. Manchester United have won 2 games in a row, and like the bosses, 3rd game in a row, they come together. Can Manchester United do 4th, 5th? But that will take care of itself. But let's be having you people. That United Stranking needs a haircut ASAP. That's going to be the most long-awaited haircut in world haircuts. The most famous haircut. So the least the players and that coach can do is get that fella the haircut. But yeah, I saw that today we actually did what Brighton do to teams. We pressed them in the right areas. I thought that would be a risk because they play on the fact that they want us to press. They hold the ball in their half to try to open us up and then bam, bam, combine and get through us. But actually, we did more than that. We bullied them. We forced them into a lot of errors, people. They didn't make mistakes. That was forced errors. That's what we did. We pounced on that. And we could have scored more, I think. I think we could have scored more. But at the end of the day, it went 3-2, then 4-2. And I will say, I give credit where credit's due. Bruno dummy was brilliant. Because Mbeumo did a fantastic shot and he deserved that goal. But I'm so happy for Cunha. After his Liverpool performance, he deserved it. And what a goal it was. What a goal it was. Could have had a penalty. Could have had 2 penalties maybe. Anthony Taylor was making all sorts of mistakes. He's a City fan to me. He acted like one. Coward. But it is what it is, people.
I think Michael Oliver was in the VAR room.
That's right. He was.
So it tells you a lot.
Mbeumo, no chance. There's a chance there.
How did you see this game? Talk to me. Tactically, I thought we pounced on them but at times they were opening us up at will.
Mm.
And that's the thing. But I'm happy to take that. I don't know about you guys. I'm happy to see that type of football at Old Trafford, where we have no control. We have some control, but it's end to end. I'd rather have that when you got Mbeumo and Cunha and Sesko. And people will say Sesko had a quiet game. That technique and the pass and the timing and the tempo of the pass to Mbeumo for the first goal, if he doesn't do those things, clip back, bam, out of his feet into Mbeumo, it's all about the timing and the balance. And Mbeumo with a classic Mbeumo finish. By the way, before this game, Mbeumo has got an incredible record against Brighton. The assist and goals. Not many players have that. So many assist and goals against Brighton. So big up to Mbeumo. But Jarvis, I'm going to mute. Talk to me.
Nah, yeah. First of all, big up, guys. Big up Blesso. Big up Luani, Ben, Pumbaye, all of you guys, and the rest of you in the chat. You know, guys, smash the like. 96 people watching at the moment. So one like, it's about 10 more views. So you can make a difference. It's important.
I woke up at 4:30 this morning. I am shattered. I've been in London all day. I've been on a coach back. I've lost my voice. I don't need to be here. Like the fucking video. We're shadow banned because we choose to stand up for humanity. So like the video.
Like the video, yes, like the video. Yeah, it was a brilliant game. It was so nice, so good to see Man United actually working. And you know, we've been talking about this, talking it to death, talking about Amorim and you know his stubbornness, his tactics. But for me now, I feel that Amorim has adapted to the Premier League without losing his identity. 100%, but you know he's been evolving his tactics. It's not the same as we see in Sporting. You see similarities, but you know this is where I and other tacticos and people who follow Amorim tight can disagree, because I feel that he has changed his football. We play much more direct. We play much more mid-block, much more central, much more compact. We don't stretch out too much. I like what I see when we press. We actually, I was a little bit worried today because we know Brighton is a good team when they play out from the back and they try to dominate, keep possession and control and dictate the tempo of the game. And but we didn't fall into their trap. That's what I really liked. And you know, the masterclass. I don't know if it was the players or if it was Amorim himself who told Cunha to be the central when we were pressing and Sesko to move out on the left. I'm not sure why, but it worked because Cunha is incredibly intelligent in the way he runs. He's smart and he understands the game. I think the main top task for the central area of our press play was to stop the ball into Baleba. Do whatever we could, but stop the ball to go into Baleba. And you can clearly see it when we played. We know they play with the goalkeeper as the third centre back, and they press their two centre backs wide, almost out to the 18-yard box line on each side. But we let them be. We didn't press them, so we didn't commit too many men. We only had 4 guys in our press play.
Yep.
And we had a lot of play.
They want you to commit, and that's their trap. And then 1, 2, 3, they threw it to your back foot.
But you know, we've seen this before. I don't know if you guys remember a couple of years back when we played against the Serbis Brighton and Ten Hag was the manager. Then we just set up a mid block and just waited. But now we did something different. We were in the middle of their half, ready to jump when the opportunity was there. Yep. And we angled our runs. You know, we didn't run directly. We angled our runs. Sometimes we run like a snake, like an S. Cunha did it a lot of the times and made it difficult for Verbruggen, for Van Hecke, for Dunk to receive the ball and play it back. You know, just play us into the trap. So I would say our press play today was really impressive, and I commend Cunha because of this, but also Bruno, Casemiro, and not to forget our wide centre backs. Lenny Yoro and Luke Shaw today had had one of the best performances I've seen this season from our wide centre backs. The aggressiveness and the willingness to read the game, understand when to go, the timing of it all, and the aggressiveness, and that they fully committed when they went up to press. We almost got burned one time, but maybe Brighton should have a free kick, but we ended up scoring because Luke Shaw was half a second late in the press play, so he needed to grab the shirt of the Brighton player, and we won the ball and we scored the 3-0 goal. But I think for me that was the only error I saw from Luke Shaw today. People slate player like Dalot. Okay, he doesn't contribute when it comes to going into attack. He's very awkward when he's on the ball, but he's efficient. What he do, he doesn't take the role. He understands that he needs to get Cunha on the ball. He needs to let Cunha drift inside, do his thing, and you know, he understands that he doesn't have to go into the lane of Luke Shaw when he presses up. So again, you know, from a I would say from a team functional system point of view, Dalot is not too bad. You know, he makes things work. But you know what we see, and when we notice Dalot is when he is on the ball, receiving the ball, because he's no left footer. He can't take on his man. He can't dribble, and he can't cross with his left foot. So every time he receives the ball, it looks awkward. Looks like he's not belonging on the pitch, but actually he's doing what he's doing on the pitch is not too bad from that point of view. But obviously, yes, when Masraoui is back, he needs to play on that left side because Dalot he has his limitations. But today, you know, I think it's okay. It's okay. But you know, the wide centre backs is one of the most important roles, and also the role of Casemiro. How him and Bruno now understands they don't need to be level, they need to be staggered. So Bruno is a little bit higher, and Casemiro they understand each other, how they play, and I like that. It gives Bruno a lot of freedom to do what Bruno likes to do, and Bruno's strongest part. And you know, today for me on my channel, we talked about man of the match. We didn't nominate Bruno, but Bruno had a brilliant game. Yeah. We nominated Casemiro just because he scored a goal. You know, I think scoring a goal is really important for how you perform. So a little bit extra credit, but both of them performed really well today. So I don't see any player had a weak game. No, I think everybody did well. Maybe in the beginning, the first 10 minutes, the only thing I can give some negativity is Ahmad's positioning when it came to defensive, because he was a little bit too far off Mite. I don't even remember Mite, the guy who quick legs. It gave us a couple of problems. And
is quick, man. Woo.
Yeah. So, but you know, they solved it, and I liked how they combine. You know, as I don't know who talked about it when Ahmad and Mbeumo is actually understanding each other. They both operate as a right wing back in a way. They both track back, and they both go into attack. And when one go inside, the other one go on the outside, or the other one overlap or underlap. So they have something, a good connection, a click going. So I like it. You know, our right side is now the strongest side on the pitch, and on the left side is the one-man attack. It's Cunha assisted by Bruno sometimes, because Dalot doesn't contribute when it comes to creativity and crosses and all of that. But you know, again, really good game. Nothing to put my finger on. I think we are starting to see the beginning of the Amorim adaptation of the Premier League, and it makes me feel very optimistic going forward.
Yeah, big up people. Listen, big up to Khalid from Medin Lassie. Big up people. Make sure you follow him at Khalid from Medin Lassie. Anything, politics, football, music, culture, anything, news, he's on top of it. Honestly, you will not be sorry that you follow him on X. Make sure you follow him. Mbeumo played a great game, but we're disappointed to concede 2 goals. One important thing was the win. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, the win. Cunha, finally, I worked so hard for this first one. You know, I've got the win. It's hard to come. I'm so happy. I want a little bit more continuation, but we win, and that's everything is fine. Cunha carries on and says, everyone's full of confidence. Ruben, he's someone that pushes us forward. He's always stressed until we start to win. Then he improves every day. Of course, he deserves it. Manchester United deserves it. This needs to be the normal for the club. I'm more than happy to be part of an amazing club, and I will remember this. Fabio Hersel is saying, Man FC much more intense, much more compact, defending forward, more quality, money well invested. There you go. Other than that, other than coaches saying Manchester United are so easy to play against, and this is how we beat them, now coaches are paying us compliments. I mean, today is the time to enjoy, but tomorrow we have to prepare the next match and look for our standings. 1 week can change everything. Yes, 100%. Yeah. Big up Amarin. He says here, Amarin with the moment he enjoyed the most. After the third goal, the noise in the stadium was not normal. It felt like a different moment. Yeah, I'm just big up. I'm just so happy. I could have been at the game. I had a ticket and I couldn't go because some things are more important than football. Fighting for justice is more important than football.
Big up, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, big up to Ben as well, marching today for Palestine. I was marching for families that are being, their loved ones stolen away from them by the state. I'm breaking them all in because you feel better even when you arrive to play this game. I feel the environment every day. It was different. It's not like overwhelmed. There was excitement. The play in front of the fans today, I enjoyed. But tomorrow we need to prepare for the next game. Oh yeah, the next game's going to be one hell of a game. Low block. Yeah. We've come up against. So now in our last 3 games, we come up against Liverpool where we did the low block and we countered them. Today we went on the front foot, but we had 40% possession. Aspect of it, we pressed the team. We didn't have too much of the ball. We let them have the ball and forced them into errors. Playing against Nottingham Forest is going to be a totally different game, and see how Manchester United handle a low block. What time of physicality, because they're going to make it physical. It's that man. Sean Dyche. He's going to make it physical. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly have a look at some of the stats from the game today, people. I'll just show you a little bit. But also, I just want to give you where we are on the likes. Nowhere near. We're not even near 100 likes yet. And there's more votes for the man of the match, player of the match, than there is likes. That's an absolute disgrace. So let's get to 100 likes ASAP, people.
I did agree on what Jarvis said about the.
Who's your player of the match? The poll, we said Cunha, De Ligt, Bruno. And today it was Mbeumo by 68%. 18% to Cunha, 7% to De Ligt, 6% to Bruno. So there you go. URT people have voted. But yeah, I think Luke Shaw's best game in a Manchester United shirt in a long, long time. I agree about that with Jarvis. And I don't think he's been that great. People, please smash a like on the video. I don't need to be here. I'm absolutely shattered. I'm here with this distinguished panel breaking the game down. But yeah, I wanted to go by a couple of things from the game today to see what the bit of the breakdown of the game was. But let's look at it. Let's have a look at some of the stats. So there we go. Look, all stats. Let's go. Let's have a look at all of the stats, people. All of the stats. There we go. Don't give me no XG. I'm not asked about XG. 44% possession, 55%. They had 17 shots, 5 on target, only 1 big chance. Manchester United had 9 on target and 4 big chances created. So yeah, in terms of where we're accurate passes, 361, 485, 85%, 82. They actually were passing it around the back more. We were trying to thread.
Yeah.
Fouls committed. I don't like that. We need to be higher. We need to be more competitive in that sense. I'm not asked about no bullshit XG. I don't believe in that XG bullshit. But yeah, 13 shots off target, 8. We had 3 shots on target. They had 5. We had 9. 4. The woodwork ones inside the box, 7. They had 10. That's the bit that was worrying me today. That shots inside the box. Usually, that is dangerous. 6 shots outside the box to 7. Defense tackles look 21-18, 14 interceptions. We won more. 4 blocks to their 1. Clearances 15-18. Key saves, he made 3. Their goalkeeper made more better saves, to be fair. Duels, this is where I worry about. And today, actually, it shows that Manchester United are competing for the second ball, 61 to 57. The ground duels, 54% to their 46. Aerial duels, actually, they beat us in that because they scored the goal as well. Successful dribbles, they had more dribbles because they've got really good players like Mitter and the other guy, the guy from
Kadioglu or Welbeck.
Yeah, and Welbeck who do what they do.
Pick up the Welbeck.
But yeah, passes. This is the passes. There you go. There you go. 82, 85 in our own half. 164. Look, 300. Look how many they had. That's what I was talking about. They weren't really troubling us because they were keeping the ball in their own half. Opposition half. Well, very close. We were more actually. We made more passes because we were transitioning on them and actually being aggressive. Accurate crosses 1-5. That's the only thing Manchester United do need to work on their crosses. Throw-ins, touches in the box, opposite 21 to 20. Here or there, 2 times offsides. Yeah, and there we go, people.
Yeah. One of the stat that's also important when you look at they have the possession versus us, but they also have about I think 13 foul to our 4. So for a team that have that much possession to be fouling that much, that means for me they didn't play through our midfield as mentioned earlier. I think they did a lot of they had a lot of the ball, but their passes were not vertical. They did a lot of side to side. They did a lot of recycling possession. So as long as we have nine shot on target to their 5, I mean, I'll take that any day. On Mantra, the display of the Portuguese philosophy about football, going to the Mourinho days, you don't have to have the ball, but for the opponent that have the ball, we can force them into making mistake and capitalizing on that. That works for me. You know, football is play different manners. As long as we have quality to take our chances, the value in Amorim system will come up. So I will accept that. It's somehow an underdog football, but as long as it's yielding result, we can stick by that. And yes, last season I was talking about how the narrative, the result tend to dictate the narrative. But if the results are consistent, damn right, it can dictate the narrative. So we are where we are. I agree with Jarvis what he said about the players in terms of we don't know if what the players were doing today in terms of the press was either instructionals or the players took it upon themselves. I would think that is instructional from Amorim because in that shape that we are, the Brighton goalkeeper is the extra man. So their whole playing out the back thing is if you press their goalkeeper, then the whole try to start opening up in our midfield. But I think Amorim instructed us not to press their goalkeeper. So our pressing triggers be when the ball is passed to their center back, knowing that ball will not go back to their goalkeeper. So at that point, we didn't open the midfield up for them. And also the fact that Jarvis mentioned that he moved Cunha into the central position for the press and moved Sesko to the left. It's also testament to the fact that he knows his players, or he already start knowing his players in terms of Cunha being the fastest off the block and Sesko being a little bit more slow, a little bit more lanky as a profile. So that's all we're asking. We want managers to make adjustment, not to make excuses. So it looked like Amorim start making adjustment to the Premier League, which is a nice thing to see.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bumbaye, before you leave. Go ahead. 1 second, Ben. Bumbaye is going to leave soon. So Bumbaye, go ahead. Say your final word.
Yeah, it's really coming together now. Everything's making sense. There's been 2 games in a row where everything aside, every player's played their part in it. I don't see any passengers at the moment. Two-man midfield to me seems it's not a problem when the defense does what it's supposed to do, as you've seen today, them stepping in. I'm not going to go back over everything I've said, but I'm right on board with this type of football. It's high risk, but high reward, and we've got quality players, man, and the Premiership proven players, Cunha and Mbeumo. Sesko is a very good player, very good player. He's going to be fine. You can see he's much better than Hoyland now, for me anyway. In his position on the pitch, in his link-up play, in his touch, the way he takes the ball in. And today, if he scores his goal, we have a different conversation. But everything's coming together really, really nicely. And I just feel off the pitch, irrespective of the board and stuff, I want the board, and I said this a long time ago. I only know what happens on the pitch. I'm not on the training ground. I won't pretend to know or have any inside knowledge. I don't. But I like how Amarim speaks about things that a family. We need to be a family. That's how Manchester United used to be before. And I want Jim Ratcliffe and Jason Wilcox and Omar Barada, if we're kicking and screaming, but they know something that I don't, and they're going to give him time, have conviction in what you do know to stick by the manager and don't fold because I'm telling you to fold, because I don't know what he's doing inside. But what he's showing me is very, very impressive in the last 3 games. Every game has been better. We're going to lose games. It's not perfect yet, but it's improved exponentially in just 3 games. It really has. And the last thing I would say is no, that's it. I'm done actually. Yeah, stick with. Honestly, this is.
Yeah, go and watch. Go and have the McTominay goal on repeat, Mumbai.
I've been doing the podcast. It's there on loop. Honestly, listen. Forget jokes aside. Check his goal. Unbelievable strike tonight. McTominay.
Yeah.
Right, guys. Good
but
night.
but my Amaron need to be consistent also in a certain manner that don't come and say we're like a family only when we win a game. You should be able to say something positive about the players when we
Let
lose.
me tell you what he said. You see, watch the interview. He says they asked him 3 weeks ago, you were ready to lose your job. He said, that's normal. He goes, we're doing well now. In 3 weeks, I might be back to losing my job. But he's telling you essentially like the vision. And when a manager's talking, like in public, Luani, he's indirectly talking to the players, as well as me and you and the fans. He's also talking to the players. When he says, nobody's bigger than the sum of the parts of this thing anymore. There's no Paul Pogba's anymore. Dalot is as important as him. We're a family now. If you've played in a team, bro, I used to play with Nuruddin and we were all friends.
Do you have to bring Paul inside?
Have to. Whenever I can dig Paul, I'm digging him out. Sorry, Gino. But I used to play with Nuruddin, bro. And Nuruddin's my friend. He's like my brother here. We've been in and out with each other's close since we were like 11. So if he's telling me I'm going to break my back, not because he's just my teammate, but because he's my brethren, it's a difference. It's not just a group of players that don't see each other, right? Well done. There's teams like that where, all right, take it easy. Everybody's got their own friends. It's got to be different. Me and Nuruddin used to go out. You see, all the United players are out together having a laugh and a joke all the time. From the Nevilles to the Keanes to the Butts to the Beckhams to the Giggses. It's got to be like that. And when you have that type of vibe in your dressing room, Luani, you go places, man. Liverpool have that. They didn't have that before Klopp. When you are like that, a family, bro, you know what I mean? If you put your hand out, I'll break your fingers, but you clench your fist, you can't break them. This team has to be like that. Sorry, the last thing, and then I'm going, man. This team is up for the fight. Liverpool did not win any second balls.
Yeah.
The way that we play, the team has the appetite and the application, then we are a force to be reckoned with. We will be able to play our football. But if you're going to turn up, man, and right now, Liverpool's problem is not quality. It's not quality at all. They're not fighting. They're not running.
Bumaye,
They're not doing
you said something about he's saying that the player is not bigger than the sum of all parts. But he doesn't only have to say that, he have to act like that. He's the one making the players bigger than the sum of all parts by not
How?
benching Dallo. We all know
No, bro.
Dallo is bad.
No, bro. Listen, Dallo is steady. Jarvis called it right. Dallo's, you know what I mean? We used to have Phil Neville here that wasn't as good as the rest of them, but Phil Neville follows instruction when it's important, man. If you can take instruction well and just do your job steady, it's an important thing.
What is steady in this system, in this formation? Would you say that the left hand side is defending better than the right hand side? The right hand side with Ahmad and Mbeumo is defending as good as the left hand side, and they are giving us more going forward. So
We
this has
we
nothing to do with-
play we play a lot to the right hand side because you have two players there that are very good in the final third, and that is working really nicely over there. And Casemiro's on their side as well. The left hand side, if it was as good, obviously we'd be an even more dangerous proposition. But Liverpool, City have had moments where the left side has been stronger than the right, and vice versa. Liverpool at the moment are playing a lot more to Gakpo. Salah's not seeing a lot of the ball. It happens. But Dallo, bro, is good in the sense that he gets to where we need him to be as a body. He gives you the width, and then he just gives it simple, or he plays back. But he's there. Defensively, he's not the worst. So he's
You
doing his
saying
job.
that,
Do you know what
right,
I mean?
Omaye? But look today, the Brighton coach made adjustment today. Eventually, he figured out that he would get more change from our left hand side, and he moved Minte to the other side. And after
Yeah,
that,
yeah. Dalot is. I'm not telling you he's Paolo Maldini, and I'm not telling you that side is as good as the right. But Dalot is doing all right. He's doing his job.
Yeah.
Who do you want to put, Dogu?
Bro.
Can I just say something when it comes to this? I just want to put things in perspective because,
Well, I'm
as,
going to
as you
stay for this,
mentioned,
and I'm going to go.
you mentioned Phil Neville, but there's other players like there were never big mentions when it comes to old Man United teams. Yisun Park, Darren Fletcher, John O'Shea.
Yeah.
Players that in today's social media world would probably been hounded out of this Man United team. Everybody would have told them they are so poor because they were poor on the ball. They were clunky. They weren't brilliant technicians. They weren't elegant to watch, and they weren't really creative in a way. They were just hard workers doing the job of a soldier. So in a way, I think as I agree with Boumbaye. I'm not sitting here trying to defend Dallo and say that he's a brilliant player. He's not. He has his clear limitations. But when you look at today's game, for example, when we play with Mason Mount do the hard work. He comes into midfield, helps out, becomes the extra midfielder, do the dirty work. But now we play with Cunha. It's a whole different level. So now in this game, Dallo was much better because he reverted. If you look at, for example, the heat map of Dallo, it's much more centrally. Him and Luke Shaw is almost one how they play the game. So because of Dallo and how he positions himself, he gives Cunha freedom and he gives Luke Shaw freedom to be aggressive. So because of this, he and also we got to forget. Don't forget when we attack with two guys on the right, what happens to the defense?
Offsided.
The defense goes like this. So Dallo slips inside. Luke Shaw goes one step to the right. De Ligt one step to the right. Lenny Euro one step to the right, because Dallo slips in. So it's all about the balance, and we got to remember the balance. So when we go two on the right, the left goes a little bit down. So
but even Luke Shaw.
This is the thing, from a tactical perspective, from a team perspective, Dallo does his job well. But I'm not saying he's a good man on the ball.
I hope that this is not a
You
case where we're using the result to dictate the narrative, right? Even in the case of Luke Shaw today, he was getting dragged out of position. He was getting dragged by that Georgian guy from the left all the way to the right. And I'm surprised that Brighton didn't use that side a lot when Luke Shaw get dragged out of position. But eventually, by the time the Brighton coach made that adjustment, they didn't have enough time on the clock. But I'm not gonna sit down here and say that left hand side of ours is is also a seal-proof team because they're not giving us anything going forward. And if a good team decide they're going to attack that side, it might be a different story. Yes, we won a game by a large score, but at the point that game still end up at a 3-2 with five minutes on the clock to spare. So yes, we are here sitting here having a conversation, everything positive, but at 3-2 that should have never been the case, you know. So
yeah, but yeah. When it
It's
comes to
mistakes,
Dalo,
Luani.
oh.
It's mistakes.
Yeah, I
Luani.
agree,
You know,
Bombay.
like, near post, Xerxes 6'5",
Sleeping. Yeah,
completely
that's
sleeping.
unbelievable.
But then when we're ahead, no problem. They're gonna come. They've got
Yeah,
nothing to lose, and when they come, you have to prepare for that.
that
But
we
that's
say
how we get.
mistake, right?
But that's how you get your fourth goal. Come,
Yeah.
you need to
yeah.
come. We're chilling. Come, and then bam, there's your
Yeah,
fourth. And you know what I mean?
we
when
say
I,
mistake, right? But we say mistake, but mistake. Brighton give us the 3 goal today, right? So if next week we play against a team that does not want to have the ball and give us the
Brighton,
ball, then
how
are
did
we gonna
Brighton
have
give you
the luxury of having
the?
those mistakes?
But look, we are talking about today's game. We saw
Mm.
the game at Liverpool and the one before.
Yeah.
There's clarity. There's clarity now. Players are playing well. Results are there. You're not looking at a Man United anymore, Luani, where the two tens are wide because the fullbacks are not where they should be. You're not looking at a team where Sesko, your striker, is 20 yards from goal and is the furthest man upfield. Within minutes of the start, we flash a ball in, there's 4 guys there. We were desperate thinking, why? Where is now it's different. Last 3 games, even today, a lot. There's men in the box. There's men in the box because Dallow's where he's supposed to be. Because Ahmad and Mbeumo have done what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's why. And today, the midfield, yeah, this is high risk football. You have to understand. You can't win Premier League without taking some risks. Today, the great thing about Luke Shaw, Delict, and the defense, man, is in that midfield. Bam. They're turning into the guys that are playing centre back. Even in the second half, when they're trying to play out, there's nowhere to go. So you are going to get Lenny Yoro reads two chances as well when they lick the ball. I think to Minte, one of the guys, but he's fast enough to deal with it. Delict as well dealt with that. But you're involved in a game like this now. There's goals, there's results. You know, we have a level of compactness now. We're resilient. We're winning these games. Did we deserve to win the game against Liverpool? I think so. I think so. Did we deserve to win today? Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, man. The control of the game was very, very high. Even second half, there was times where they got buoyant. We got the ball and we slowed it right down. Bruno, Cunha, just slow down, relax, kill the game. So today, there's a lot of things that we're seeing. I'm not telling you we are the finished article. Absolutely not. I'm not telling you that we're going to win every game. You know, you're saying you're looking 10 games down the line. It's game by game, bro, because this is a process. And you can see the last 3 games, every game we've been better. Today we go into this. I don't think anyone had us winning. We blew them away.
Yeah.
They're a good team.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking 10 games down the line. I'm just looking at the profile of opponent that we're facing. We have a lot of men in the box today, true. But what is also true in context is that Brighton tried to move the ball up the pitch and we caught them in transition. So that space behind that defense was there for our people to, for our players to exploit. But what is the scenario that we will face when we have a 4-4-2 low block? That's now we're going to talk a different talk, right? But you have to also recognize that the last 2 games that we played, Liverpool and Brighton, are similar in profile because these teams want to have the ball and build the play, move their defense line up. So we just have to recognize it's a good feel good thing to have a flawed score of 4-2 to win 3 in a row, but let's not lose the sight of the context.
One thing I'd like to point on there. Oh, go on ahead, Bombay, before you go.
The context is vast improvements in 3 games against very, very good opposition.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm seeing. Before Luani, I'm not like I think Dino, Jarvis, you guys look at the game a bit different. You have good technical insights. I feel the game a little bit more. I watch it a little bit with my emotion and my eyes. But what I'm seeing now seems a lot more clarity, and everybody seems to be doing their individual jobs well, not just as an individual, but as part of a collective block. Defense, midfield, strikers. They
Breaking
are where
news.
they are where they should be. So I don't know
Breaking
where
news.
it's going to
Mbaye
go.
watches the football games naked.
But I'm naked right now. That's why I never put a picture on. But yeah, bro, I just feel it's really coming together now. And I am very happy at the moment, bro. How is it going to continue? Is it not? I don't know. I went into this game. I said to my boys 2-1 today, Brighton. But man,
Yeah,
we
that's
blew
what I went
Brighton.
for as well. Most of us went for that.
We blew Brighton away, bro. They
Yeah.
could not do jack shit today, really. The 2 goals are the 2 goals. But when you put all the stats aside and everything, you look at the game, I'm getting what I want from Ruben Amorim, which is, okay, I like this football and we are playing well, man. Look how many people today we could have given man of the match to. It's like 4 guys. So
Yeah,
it's definitely a far cry, Luani, from where we were, 5 weeks ago. We're talking about sacked, it's over, shit. Me, I was like, nah, man, this ain't working. But now I've got to say, I'm very impressed with Man United, and I accept the risks that come with this kind of ball play. And the biggest thing, last thing, is these players are playing for this manager without a doubt.
Yeah.
Today's shift was the biggest shift I've seen put in by a lot of these players. Seriously. So 1 game a week is good. And
Big up.
Big up.
big up
Yeah.
the Reds, man. Big up the Reds.
Big
Boys,
up. Yeah.
Big up on
enjoy the
my
rest of the show. Panel,
pleasure.
chat. God
Yep,
bless.
pleasure, bro.
Guys,
Take
I
care.
know that most of you want to continue have this conversation. I'm falling asleep here. I'm extremely shattered. I need to go have a shower and I need to go to bed. I'm not happy with the people liking it, but big up Cunha. We told you Cunha was a Manchester United fan. Some of you didn't believe us. Big up Mbaye. But yeah, I think we've said what we need to say. Big up Khalis Rabadin Lassie. Quickly, I'll just have your last word before we go. And I'll start with Lesso. Lesso, are you there? Cold in South Africa, lad. But hey, you look hot. You look hot. You were all the vest, string vest business. I hope you well. Okay, we'll start with Luani then. Luani, your last word.
Oh, my last word. There is one of our friends in the chat that said that I'm seething because Amorim is fixing it. But look, the guy dug us into a hole last year at 15th. If he's digging us, if he's bringing us back out of the hole, credit to him. I don't live my life like that. I mean, if Manchester United win a game of football, if our players get to score goals and the place is all smiles, bouncing, but I'll just open a bottle of beer and I'm happy at home. Eventually, Amorim will get the credit that he deserves. I just like looking at things from a bigger picture in terms of he's not competing against me, Amorim. He's competing against every other manager in the league. Some of them have better team than ours. Some of them are more cohesive as a unit. If he can do well for us, hey, I'm more for it. I'm tired of taking banter from rivals for once. Let's reverse the table. So, yeah, Amorim is doing well. I'm happy.
Yeah.
You're on mute.
Jarvis, I'm heading to bed. My last word is this. Big up Manchester United. Thank you for a lovely weekend. I'm glad. I'm happy. Manchester United win. I'm always happy. today I could have gone there. I'm so happy that all of my friends, a lot of people I know, saw 4 goals at Old Trafford. 4 goals by Manchester United. That's not a regular occurrence. This is not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer FC. This has been a hellhole. We've been trapped in this nightmare. Manchester United winning one week, getting beat the next. But there we go. Broke one of those taboo, massive curses today. Big up Manchester United. Love and light. Jarvis will see the rest of you out, people. Big up Jarvis. Appreciate you each and every time. Ben, Lawani, it's been a pleasure. Chat.
Pleasure.
We have at least 150 likes.
Free
I'm not
Palestine,
happy. I'm not happy. But yeah, free Palestine, free the Congo, free Sudan, free everywhere where people are oppressed in this world. Kashmir, everywhere. Imperialism, colonization, F the military machine. Yeah. Big up all the Manchester United fans. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. We've been in the doldrums. We've been in the darkness. F Glazers, F Ineos, F Ratcliffe.
Big up.
Peace, love and light.
Big up.
Take care, people. I'm too tired. Close it out for me, Jarvis. I beg
Yeah.
you.
I'll take care of it. Big up, Nordin. Thank you. You must be knackered traveling all the way from London up and down in one day. Yeah, guys. I don't know if you what's your thoughts on the penalty situations and the referee? Should it been a penalty or two in that first half? Because we saw was it by the Howard Webb? What's the name of the referee?
Oh, Anthony Taylor, is it?
Yeah, it was Anthony. Sorry.
I'll just
Taylor,
say
yeah.
one thing. People, please have to watch this. Make sure you go to Tactical Devils on there. Make sure you go and check it out. Stu and Jarvis did a brilliant breakdown. Brilliant breakdown. As I was getting here, I was listening on the way
you did.
to Manchester. I couldn't join because the internet wasn't great connection. So love and light. Make sure you check it out. Let's get that channel to 5K. Peace.
Thank
love
you.
and light. Take care.
Thank you.
I think that the referee did a good job in letting the game flow. The one on Ahmad, I think it was a penalty. The one on Mbeumo, I think he was looking for it. But the one that Dogu got a yellow card for, I think that it was not a red card, so it was the right call. He already he took a long touch on the ball, and there's no way that's the goal scoring opportunity. So I think the referee was decent. It was a good game of football. So yeah, credit to them as well.
Yeah, for me, I think it was a clear penalty on Ahmad. The one on Mbeumo, it's not a penalty. I've looked at the replay several times in slow motion, and for me, the Mbeumo thing is not. But the Ahmad, I can't understand why VAR didn't intervene and gave a penalty, and also the angle from the referee Anthony Taylor. It's he has a clear field of view, and it should have been a penalty in my opinion. But we can't sit here and complain as long as we win the game. So again, but Ben, what's your 2 pence on the matter?
Oh, the Ahmad one was a stonewall penalty. I mean, how can anyone have their foot out and literally contact him, and he goes to the ground and doesn't get rewarded a penalty? I agree with you, Jarvis. I didn't think Mbeumo's one was a penalty. I thought the referee did well with Dorgu's foul at the end, because you can actually see Dorgu was actually slipping, and he actually was about to fall to the ground, and obviously he made contact with I don't know who. I think it was Welbeck
It's
or
probably on the outside of the box.
yeah, it was as well.
It would have been a free kick.
And as well as that, Le Mans, apparently they were saying in the commentary that apparently Le Mans was able to get to the ball first instead of him. So I think well done to the ref in that situation. But the ref this whole game was absolute disgrace, man. Nah, man, Anthony Taylor never has a good ref. He's never good. Never been a good referee for Man United, man. He's just been dreadful. Same as Michael Oliver, man. And it doesn't surprise me that Michael Oliver didn't instruct Anthony Taylor to go up to the the screen and check for the Ahmad penalty. It's ridiculous. And I seen there tonight. I was watching the Liverpool game as well. Some of the files that Brentford had, for the penalty, it's like what has football become, man? It's mental, man. Like these
Yeah.
referees seriously need to fix up, bro.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, I don't know. I think every time you have a good game of football and the game is flowing, you gotta give credit to the referee. If they keep blowing their whistle and breaking up the game, it kind of affect the flow of the game. But I'll say what Jarvis say in general. What I like is the adjustment that Amorim is making. Clearly, he's definitely adjusting to the Premier League. But the thing I would like to add to is I want him to be ruthless instead of being loyal. So he need to be ruthless with some situation.
Yeah.
And if he instead of because loyalty for me, it can easy. There's a fine line between loyalty and favoritism, and
Yeah.
if you cross that line, you're going to have issues in the locker room. If you cross that line, you have situation in which the players that you have on the bench are not ready to come on, and then when you make a whole bunch of substitution, and the game easily vacillate on the other side. Then you have the situation like we have today. You have the replacement coming in, and they
Yep.
couldn't hold the score. And we have a 3-2 nail biter almost at the end. So Amorim need to be ruthless. He need to be a little bit more. Try to mix up the team a bit more so everybody can get a bit game time and be sharp. That will help in the long run.
I think when it comes to, I remember we were talking about Dalot earlier. Obviously you mentioned it as well, Jarvis, that Dalot was playing his heat map was more centrally, and like it's good to see as well in terms of like Dalot's had that experience before playing more centrally. Obviously, in Ten Hag, he was inverted into the midfield a lot in his system, and look, I've never been a big fan of Dalot. I
No.
think when it comes to Dalot, I think we just have to hang in there until January, and then we just basically buy a wing back because, like I said, people Afcon's coming up in December. I've seen the fixtures we're playing; some of them are quite difficult, and we're going to lose Mbeumo, Ahmad, we're going to lose
Yes.
Mazraoui.
Mm.
So, like we have to like sit down and I hope the board sits down and has a discussion about this because you know eventually, like you've got Malacia there on the bench too. I was happy to see Malacia on the squad. Obviously, him being a left footer, can he play with potentially with Cunha for the foreseeable of this like until like obviously the halfway through the season?
Yeah.
But let's find out, man. But I'm really happy to see that Amarim is adapting, man. I really am. I seen instantly how like with Mason Mount, with Cunha, how much like they help out, like help Man United off the ball, bro. Like I seen a three-man midfield today, which is crazy to say that because Cunha and Casemiro and Bruno were just like they were just all like beside each other, and it was literally a breath of fresh air, man. And see when
Mm.
like there was a times as well I seen when Brighton had a throw in like towards it was Ahmad's side. Um, Cunha and was literally so far up on like the right hand side, and he was giving up so much space behind him. But it's helped us so much because you know it's not giving Brighton any options like to like for example when they're taking the throw in and stuff that basically all they had to do was throw back to the keeper and go and switch the play like. But
Mm.
it's really good tactics from what I'm seeing from Ammerman. But like I said, I've always been with you, Jarvis, in terms of like the manager situation and stuff. You know, it's good to see that Amarim is adapting. Um, I still think he's not the biggest issue. He's the least of my concerns. I think we just got to hang in there before the January transfer window. Try and get a few results and try and stay in the game, stay in
Mm.
the stay fighting for the top 6 or top 5 or whatever. And we just take it from there. But I'm really happy what I'm seeing right now. I think one thing I could probably give a wee bit criticism is when we're playing against these smaller teams or these like bigger teams. I like the fact that we're doing the long ball. Obviously, we're winning our second balls, but I like to see more of us playing out from the back a lot more. Like when we play out from the back, like obviously when it goes to our center backs, no one's showing for the ball. Like no one wants to come deep and obviously ask for the ball. Like whereas under Ten Hag, yes, we were like the system was a shambles in that sense, but you always had an extra man or two always demanding for the ball, and that's why obviously Dalot was actually helpful in Ten Hag's system because he was inverting. But I
Mm.
just want to see us more, you know, like, ball on the ground and just keep the flow going in the first phase. But see our attacking third, bro. The final third, man. I've seen such an improvement, man. I think Bombay was absolutely spot on. We're seeing a lot more players in the box. When there's not many players in the box, we just go again. We go around and just switch the play again until obviously there's more people in the box. So I'm really happy to see that, man. I'm really happy to see.
I have a question for Jarvis and you, Ben, potentially, right? I noticed today we went man for man a lot. We were aggressive in certain part of the pitch, which allow, for example, Brighton, the Giorgio guy, to drag Luke Shaw out of position all the way to the right side a couple of times. Is this something that you think is instructional for Amorim, from Amorim, or is this something that Luke Shaw just did Amorim just instruct Luke Shaw to just stay on that guy specifically, or did he instruct all our players to just go man for man specifically for this game?
No, well, I think when people talk about man to man, I don't think we play 100% man to man. No one does. That's just
Yeah.
stupid. You play a mix of man to man and zonal play. So you follow your man inside your zone. So I'm not sure if that was in Amorim's instruction. I don't think so. But sometimes you you have to go rogue and just do your thing. But I heard you talked about the man-for-man press. But when we pressed, let me bring this up because now Noradin is not here, and we can do whatever we want. Now it's our channel. But guys, let's be a little bit nerdy and talk tactics. This is tactical board I set up, and this is how I perceive the press play. And if you see a lot of hybrids, people have roles other than just one man. We have a lot of players having two men, two roles, zones, and this is how, I don't know if you see this, but let me, if I remove this one, it's not the right. That was just a passing lane. So what I tried to explain in the beginning, if you see the back three of Brighton here, you have Verbruggen, you have Van Hecke, and Dunk. None of them were under any marking, so to say. So we had almost a back four, midfield two, and a front four. So almost like a 4-2-4 when we pressed. But we waited until they were past the 18-yard box line. Then we started the press, and we only commit 4 men, as you see: Mbeumo, Ahmad, Cunha, and Sesko in the beginning. And the trap from Brighton is, they play the ball out. They want to attract press from one guy or another, and then when we press, this one man free. And if Cunha press, Baleba is suddenly free. And Brighton, since the Derby, has always played bounce balls, just one pass back again, but also a lot of angles. So, for example, if Van Hecke want to find Baleba in this instance, the ball will go from Van Hecke to Verbruggen to Baleba, for example. That's how Brighton play. They've been doing this all the time, So we were quite clever in our press play. So, for example, when Verbruggen was on the ball, Cunha was actually marking out Baleba all the time. So Cunha's main task was to take out Baleba all the time. We didn't want Baleba to have the ball. But let's say if Verbruggen got Van Hecke got the ball, Cunha was the man to press.
And then
Sesko.
Bruno coming.
Sesko, yes, and then Bruno coming up. Bruno doing his job. So we have like a system where one man overlap for the other one in the press play. So it's kind of zonal, kind of man marking, but you see when we leave our zone, someone else's take our zone. So we just commit one more extra man. When you leave a zone, one more extra man, and we have players ready to jump and read the game.
That's why I'm
sorry, Luani. Luani, folks. I've got to shoot on here.
No problem.
Mrs. has just arrived in the house, so obviously she's just arrived back from work there late night and work. But yeah, man. Big up everyone. Big up the panel. Big up the nerd and bless him, man. He was woke up at 4:30 today, so I seen instantly when he was on with me the early hours of the show. He looked very, very tired, man. But yeah, man. Look, I'm delighted, bro. Hopefully we can carry on, bro. And just a wee quick one to anyone. Obviously, I see a lot of the Amram outers that were saying, we've just been Amram's just been riding his luck. It's just luck and stuff. But let's not take away the fact, people, that Arsenal rided their luck against us at Old Trafford. Fulham, we can argue the fact, yes, Fulham might have controlled the game, but we had 3 big chances. Yep, literally. Yep. But with Fulham, we had 3 big chances early on. Yes, we only played 15 minutes of good football. Yes, and then the rest, obviously, with Fulham, obviously they controlled the game. But I thought we were very unlucky in that game. The Arsenal game I just mentioned. Grimsby obviously is a disaster. I can never excuse anyone, even the manager. And then when obviously came to Burnley, yes, Luani, I heard you were speaking to Mbaye, talking about the low blocks. He says you need to see, like with Nottingham Forest, they play a low block. Let's see how we play against it, play against them.
Sean Dash, right?
But we've shown that before against Burnley. Burnley are the prime example of a low block, and they actually had at least 10 literally properly 10 defenders back in their line. We kept pushing them back at OT, and bro, it was literally good night Vienna at that match against Burnley. But look, it's going to be a hard game because it's not really been a good team where we've played well against, especially away at home. But look here, bro, let's take the positivity. Let's hopefully Amber can, keep us going, bro. And big up to the players, big up to the crowd. Always, man. And look, I'm a happy United fan tonight, not only because United won, but because our biggest rivals lost, Chelsea lost. And yeah, man, that's all I could really be happy about. And when United win, I'm always here, bro. I'm always here. And look, I always said when it was the darkest times for Amarim, I always said, look here, the more wins he has, the better, because I'm like, it's not like I want the club to fail or like the team to fail. It's just because I know my club and I know what the biggest issue at this football club, and the manager is nowhere near on the page right now. And I'm just happy he's just gets, like people will say, scamming the wins, but I don't think he is scamming. I think he is tactically adapting to the league. And as a United fan, I'm delighted, man. And I hope he can continue on this run, man. And most importantly, I hope he can seal off the deal with what do you call him? United Strand. 2 more wins, and then he can get his haircut. He can get his haircut. But I hope we can get move on. But look here, people. Smash the likes, people. Subscribe. Make sure you check out Tactical Devils as always, man. Great show, especially in Jarvis's Corner. One of the best shows I watch. Even though when Jarvis says it's nerdy, but sometimes I like the nerdy stuff, especially when it comes to the tactics. Big up to the United trucker and Mr. Luane. Mr. Luane, how was your trip? How was your trip home? The 4 hours home was it boring?
It was cool. I was not as tired as I'm usually, so it was cool. And it helped watching podcasts and listen to.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, but people, peace, free Palestine, fuck Zionism. Let's go, boys. Come on, United.
Come on.
Big up. Big up, Ben. So where were we, Luani? Let's go 5 more minutes. Let's just run through this tactical press play, because I think it was vital for the game and how we actually, because we knew this is the Brighton thing.
I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised by that. And I think it's Amorim. It have to be Amorim, because usually Bruno is the spearhead of our press, and he's usually pressing the goalkeeper. But I was surprised to see him stay behind the press. So.
He was clever. He played with his brains for once, and
he had his better game today, though. Yeah, I have to give him that. Yeah,
but as I was saying, one of the biggest problems I was really afraid because of this. I was afraid that we were going into the Pentagon press. The Pentagon press is almost like this, and then we press with these guys in a Pentagon. and we move over to one side, and everything is very compact,
Yeah.
and we leave a lot of huge space in
Yep.
behind, all the time. So that I was so afraid, we were going to do something like that, but we didn't. We played with discipline and positional cleverness a lot of the time. So I'm not going to play this because it's on Northern Channel, but I can click you through the pictures
Yeah.
just to show. You see here clearly Verbruggen, Van Hecke, you have Dunk here, and actually in this instance we have Ahmad and we have Cunha, and both of them are really good in pressing. You see Ahmad has interchanged position with Mbeumo here, and Cunha has interchanged position with Sesko, who's out on the left. So
Mhm.
so what we're actually doing, we have two of our best players who in press. They have a burst of acceleration.
Yep.
They're clever. They know how to steal the ball, and they can come in slow, and suddenly, boom, they come at you. So I think this was no coincidence when we did it like this. So again, you see here Brighton, the goalkeeper playing the ball out to the what's the centre back on the right side, and you see typical Brighton studs on the ball. They want to set the trap.
Yes.
So the trap now is, you see here Cunha on Baleba covering the passing lane. They don't want the ball to come in centrally because that's trouble. So in this instance, Cunha angles his run so you can't pass to
Baleba.
Baleba.
Yeah.
And right away, when Cunha leaves his post, you have one man, the captain, number 8,
Yeah.
seeing this and understanding it right away and moving up to Baleba. And also look how he angles his run. He comes first from the inside to the out, and this way. So we always try to block the passing lane here, and Bruno is coming up to block the passing lane here.
Yeah.
So suddenly we understand what we are doing. We are doing it with a purpose, and this is what I love about this, because we haven't done this before. When we press, when we have players like Garnacho, like Rashford, they don't know what they're doing. And actually, when we have played with Bruno before, you see Bruno running all the way up to the goalkeeper. A lot of players overcommitting, and we're not doing it structurally.
Now to
The ball
counter
goes back.
this,
Cunha is
to counter to what you just said, sometimes the opponent's coach arrogance will play into our hand, right? The Brighton coach is a young coach, but I would say that I'm not sure why he doesn't have a plan B, because sometimes when you want to play out the back and you have everything set and the opponent is not walking into your trap, like we didn't do today, we didn't press the goalkeeper, we just waited. Why don't you go long? Because other coach in the league will recognize the situation, like Sean Dyche, for example, or maybe somebody like the Everton coach, our former coach, what he did to us in preseason. They'll just go long and bypass that line, go straight into the midfield. Their striker will come knock the ball down, and they can go from there on their wings. So somehow today also, I think the Brighton coach was a little arrogant to think
but
that.
this is how Brighton play. It's instilled in the club. It's been there since the Serbi, even Potter. This is how Brighton wants to play, and the manager gets told this is how we want to play. This is our style, and the players are instructed into doing this. They've been coached, they've been drilled, so they know how to do it. And Brighton is really good. They're really good. There's not many teams in the world that's as good as Brighton when it comes to this. Not
they're
even
the best.
Barcelona. Not
They're the
even
best.
Barcelona. It's not. Yeah, it's almost at the same level. It's incredible. So again, as I see here, you see Cunha has curved this run and blocks the passing lane out again. So Brighton needs to use the third man out and this way. So again, you see here the goalkeeper plays the ball to Ayari, and Ayari plays the ball out to Van Hecke. But now Van Hecke is in trouble because we have set the trap.
Yep.
So now he's under pressure from Bruno. He's under pressure from all of these players, and there's not many places to go. So now he's forced to play the ball long.
Yep.
And this is the end result when we our press play is successful. So Van Hecke hits it long, And again, now you see the dropping number 10. But this is where the wide centre backs comes in. They need to be aggressive because Casemiro, he can't move down here and be the player. He needs to have control on Baleba. You got to defend what's in front of you, not what behind you. And this is where Luke Shaw comes in. Really aggressive, doing this job really well. No nonsense, just comes in, breaks up the play. He has no chance to play the bounce pass on one touch to Baleba. He has no chance to turn with the ball, nothing.
And that's where one of our goal came like that, right?
Yes. And this is all because I think of Luke Shaw's positioning and timing in all of this. And this is why I said today Luke Shaw was one of our best players. And our press play was really successful.
Was that instinct or was that instructional?
It's instructional, 100% instructional, 100%, because we've seen these patterns over and over again. Not successfully, but today we saw it with success. So, yeah, it was brilliant. I don't know if I think we need to end the show now because I've been doing 2.5 hours on tactical.
No problem. It's nice talking to you. Hopefully next week we see. Even if we don't see similar pattern, we can see the result, because with result we can build a certain level of consistency. It helps to have for the players to have confidence when they're winning games, and it also helps for the opponent to be fearful when they play us. Only result can give us that. So
yeah. Please, guys, smash the like. Let's get up to 100 so Nuruddin will be happy. It's so important. We us YouTubers sit here and moan about the likes all the time, but it's important for us to reach out and get more views. That's how the game is. So please, guys, if you haven't, do us a favor and smash the like.
The video, people.
Yes.
Thank you, Jarvis.
Dave comes in and say, Jarvis, could you get Lavani on Tactical Devils? I think his knowledge is top notch. Big up, Lavani. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Anytime, if you have, if you are free, send me a DM and we'll figure out a time when it suits you. And I know you're always on the road, so.
Don't worry. I found some free time in between, so I'll hit you up.
Nice.
Thank you.
Well. It's been a great show. It's been a great night. We won the game 4-2, and Liverpool lost against Brentford. It couldn't be better. Chelsea lost. We are fourth in the table. How do you see us ending up this season, Lavani, if you go on the latest results? Now we have seen a little bit of the worst and a little bit of the best. So,
look, Jarvis, I'll tell you something. I'm excited about this season. I'm excited for one. I'm excited right away because the Premier League is very competitive this season. Everybody is beating everybody. So I think we have a chance to sneak in that top four. The only team right now that I think have some level of consistency is Arsenal. And their consistency is not just based on quality. It's based on years of things, cohesiveness that they build about. People think Arsenal is a boring team. I don't think so. I think they just control every game from 90 minutes of football, from the first phase of play to their finishing phase of play. They are that good. They are my pick to win the Premier League. But to come back to us, I think we can finish anywhere, man. We just have to be careful. All these teams are going to beat on each other, and some people will drop out of that top four. We just have to be ready to capitalize on that.
Yes, we need to. Top 5, top 7, top 10.
No, we will go top 4.
Top 3.
Trust me, we will go top 4. We will.
Okay.
Amorim is making adjustment, man. He is. So I'm happy. We will get there.
I like the optimism. Yes, guys, girls, it's been a brilliant show. Thank you, Noradin. Being doing this show up 4:30 this morning, all the way down to London, up again, and then set up the stream for us and you guys. So remember to smash the like, leave a comment in the non-live section after the show, and give us your man of the match and your take on the game. And if you cherish, if you like stuff that we covered at the end, with the tactical board and footage and stuff like that, that's what we do on Tactical Devils most of the time. So head on over there and then check out some of our videos too, or my and Stu's video too. So that will be fantastic. And thank you, Luani, for coming on.
Thank you,
already in the legend, Lesso, Boombaye, Ben, all of them who came on and gave their take on the game. It's been a great show, and I think Noradin usually goes live every night. So press that notification and stay tuned for the next one. Everybody, have a good night, and bye-bye.
Bye.